I went ahead and I pasted my portrait onto a larger piece of 12 by 18 tan or wood-ish colored looking paper, and now we're going to turn our portraits into a wanted poster. And our wanted posters are going to note something good that we're wanted for, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. But hopefully you had a chance to look at the short video about how to make bubble letters, because we're going to want to use bubble letters on our poster because they show up so much better from a distance than just single line written letters. So just to review, what we're going to do is I'm going to first write the word wanted, and remember we're using whisper lines with our pencil. You can see mine barely there. I did draw a little darker than I normally would, but I want you to be able to see those. And I'm going to just write the word wanted. To me, it is easier to do in all capital letters. And typically, if we were to look at a wanted poster from the Old West, we would see that those would primarily be in all capital letters. So I'm just going to write the word wanted up there. Okay, and I got that a little bit down too far, because remember what we're going to do is we're going to draw out around our bubble letter, or our single line letters, to make them thicker. Now I would go ahead and do this with pencil still, but I'm going to do it with marker so that it shows up better on the video for you. So I'm going to come and I'm going to draw around my single line letters, making them a little thicker, so now they're going to show up better. And I'm going to do that for all of my letters. And remember, on the A, I have to go on the inside of that A also. And then my N. And you take as much time as you need to do a nice quality craftsmanship job with your letters. And some people are faster at it and some people are a little slower at it, and that's okay. Some people have had more practice and some people need more practice. So whatever works for you. So now I'm going to have my letters. So remember, the D is like the A. I need to go on the inside, so I did that. Now this is where I would probably use either my Sharpie or another marker. I could color it in. It might go a little faster if we used a little bit thicker marker, but that's okay. So I would color those in because we want those to show up from a distance. And I will probably pause the video. I'll go ahead and add the color to mine, and then I'll rejoin you. See, I'm back and I got my letters all colored in. Now I chose to do black, but you could choose to do any color that you wanted. And I do think, since we're doing this onto construction paper that's already colored, that it will be better if we use marker for this instead of crayon like we did for adding color to our portraits. So next thing I want to talk about is doing some decorative designs that will go kind of down the side of our portrait. So from the top of the portrait to the bottom, but in this brownish or border color. So let's talk about that for just a minute. Now in the Old West, they often had what were called flourishes, or that's just a fancy word for designs and decorations. So some flourishes that you might think about doing would even be just say some dots, and maybe they're dots that kind of go in the center like this. Maybe you would do a series of those going down the side of your portrait. Just kind of some little decorative pieces. Let me go ahead and grab my marker and do these in marker for you so that they show up a little bit better. Another thing might be that maybe you would just do some lines that went like this, and then maybe a few lines like this. So it kind of almost looks like a little basket weave kind of design. So that would be something that you could do. Pardon the bell. And then maybe you could even do just some spirals, some curly-Q kind of designs. Or maybe you would do big ones that would start up here at the top, and maybe they would scroll all the way down to the bottom. And then maybe you could do some other designs that went with those, just to kind of jazz them up a little bit. Anything kind of goes that would fill your space. Maybe you would do big dots, and then maybe you would do littler dots, and then maybe big dots again, little dots. But I think you can kind of sense that I'm going with a little bit of a pattern. So I'll let you decide what you're going to do on yours, and I'll be back in just a minute with what I decided to do on mine. All right, as you can see, I have finished adding embellishments or decorations, flourishes, on the side of my poster, on the side of my portrait. So I'll let you take a look at those. And then I am wanted for making cookies. And the reward, because all wanted posters have a reward, the reward is 1 cookie. So you'll notice how I used the little bit bigger black marker to do my reward, but I used the Sharpie marker for writing what I was wanted for. And remember, for these wanted posters, we are wanted for something positive. We are wanted for something that we are good at. So I can't wait to see what all you are wanted for. So we'll take a quick look again at my finished poster. And there it is at the top, the wanted, my designs along the side that fill the whole side of my portrait. And then at the bottom, what I am wanted for and the reward.